Well, hello everybody. This is Douglas Allen Frazier with Cast to the Other Side. It is Saturday evening. I tried to make this video a little bit earlier in the day, but I found out that all of the batteries to all of my GoPros were out of power. So I just got back from our Saturday evening Shabbat prayer. And I'm going to share just a little bit more with you. Speaking about life, what is the purpose of your life? Where are you going with your life? You know, if we put this in context of fishing, and I try to do that, where are you going fishing next? What is your plan for going out? What have you got? What do you dream about going to catch? Is there a targeted species that you're going out to catch? Have you had a dream even of catching something? Now might be a little bit off the track, but I mean years ago when I lived in California and I would go fishing on the party boats, a lot of them would leave at midnight or 1 in the morning. And I would just be so keyed up and ready to go that often I would drive down to the dock and kind of doze and get ready to go. But I can remember one particular day that the only thing that woke me up is when the captain started up the engines. I think there was a twin diesel engines in that boat. They were big diesels, and he was revving them up, and that's what woke me up. That's what woke me out of the days I was ready to go. So, you know, sometimes God, in the same way, will want to wake us up. So he will allow us even to have dreams that we trying to figure out what does that mean. And we need to understand that God places dreams inside of us. And you might dream tonight about something. You hear about people all the time saying, my goodness, I had this idea, this dream vision of a business or going to school at a certain place. In fact, just the other night in the World Series, when the Astros hit that no-hitter with 3 different pitchers, one of the family members of one of those pitchers actually had a dream about him pitching such a game. So God wants us to dream. He wants to give us the desires of our heart. I talked about that the other day. I'm going to share with you from some thoughts from Rick Renner from his book, Turn Your God-Given Dreams into Reality. So I'm going to share some thoughts that I've been reading this book, and I thought, my goodness, this is a great book to share. And here's where he starts. Again, God wants to give you the desires of your heart. He doesn't want to withhold things from you. He wants to give you things. After all, he gave us his son. So, what are the dreams of your heart? Have you written them down? Have you actually written them down? And I did this one time. I went through a whole program of setting out a life plan. And it was an exercise basically of determining, you know, what do I want? How am I going to get there? What is it going to take? And how long do I expect it to take? So what do you feel in your heart? What do you yearn for? When your head hits the pillow tonight, what will you be thinking about? And what will you wake up with tomorrow? Now let's put it this way. There are two avenues of approaching dreams. Satan also will attempt to come in and speak to us when we sleep. But you know, we need to know how to discern the difference between a God-given dream and a deceptive dream that would put you on the wrong path. You see, God wants to give you the desires and yearnings and the longings of your heart. That says that in Psalms 37:4 tells us how he can do it. Simply, delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. As long as you delight yourself in the Lord, again, as long as you delight yourself in the Lord, it's going to be his pleasure to give you the desires that are deep within inside of your heart. I already know what you're asking yourself. But how can I know? How can I know? Is it from God or is it just from my own selfish desires? And you see, that's what Satan knows. He knows precisely how to keep you stuck right where you are, so you'll never be able to be an achiever or an overcomer. And I'm going to close with that thought right now, because the only way you can become an overcomer and an achiever is to cast to the other side. Cast to the side where you know without a doubt you have heard something from God, but you're not sure exactly. But just keep casting. This is one thing I'll recommend. If you go fishing with a guide, he's going to tell you what to do, right? He's going to give you suggestions, right? He might even tell you to cast to the right side. We've been fishing on the left side all day and not catching too much. Let's go to the other side. When I fished with my friend Texas Joe, when I went crappie fishing, that's exactly what we did. And you know what? Quite interesting. Most of the fish we caught were on the right side. But we did go to the left side. We went to the front. We went to the back. But you see, our goal was to catch fish. And we were going to do what it took to do it. So if you've got a dream, if you've got a goal, if there's something you want to accomplish that is so deep inside of you, you've just got to have it. Well, you know what? You're just going to have to do what it takes to do it. And the best way you can do it is to allow God to be the one who guides and directs, because you can bring those desires to him and he will work with you to make them happen. We'll close out for the night. Set your clocks back. Set your clocks back. You know, that's the daylight savings time. I wish we would just decide either to set them forward or set them back and leave them there. That's my desire. I don't know what yours are. But anyway, God bless you. We will see you again with Cast to the Other Side. Because when you do, you will be blessed.